to the first episode of Chillin with Trai. Today my guest will be my friend and colleague Ivana Marsh. Could you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Yeah. My name is Ivana Marsh. What did you say?
Where are you from? What year are you in college? What's your major?
Okay, I'm from Galveston, Texas. My major is economics. Woohoo, I'm smart. And I like to say that because I'm the only black person that I've seen that's an economics major, so I'll be like, what's up, y'all? And I'm a senior. I'm about to graduate in August.
Do you prefer black or African American, and why?
I prefer black because when we identify other races like white, we're talking about the way that they appear to us. For me, I don't like African American because I ain't never been to Africa, and sometimes I don't feel like an American. So it's just like, if you're referring to me, just say black. I feel like African American is too politically correct. Like, you trying not to offend me. Like, you don't want to say nigga, but you say it with your friends. And so it's just like the N-word. And so I just feel like it's awkward. Just say black.
So how do you feel about race as a whole?
What do you mean? How do I feel about it?
Like you just said, that's how we recognize each other,
Mm-hmm.
how we describe each other. How do you feel about the fact that we describe each other by color?
I mean, people are visual, so you describe people off of what you see. A lot of times when I'm talking to my sister, I'm like, you know that girl with the limp? And that sounds bad, but they know who you're talking about. So, I mean, I think it's just a people thing. Because if I was just to say Sarah, you don't know who I'm talking about. But Sarah, the white girl in math, it's like, oh, okay. So I don't think that's a bad thing. If someone says, you know, Ivana, that black girl, they don't hurt my feelings.
What is your dream career?
Probably to be a professor and like run my own classroom. I love to stand in front of people and talk, but I love to teach people other things, and I like when people can teach me things. So being a professor, definitely, but doing other things like stock market trading, have a little business on the side. Like, I like to have my hands on a lot of different things.
So you feel like you could learn from someone that was younger than you?
I do. I think anybody can teach you something. I learned stuff from my 16-year-old brother. Like, I mean, and not just like school lessons, but like life lessons. People have traveled different roads, and so they know things that you don't know.
If you could have a conversation with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Probably my daddy. My dad died when I was 16. And at 16, you think you know everything about the world. You think you know everything. And at 16, I thought I did. And so now, being 21, there's so many questions that I have and so many things that would help me with my identity and who am I and why do I do things this way, that I wish I would have asked.
Who or what inspires you?
My 16-year-old brother. He is really cool. Like, if I was 16, I would want to be his friend. He's like my stepdad a lot. And he's just like really humble, really chill, like soft spoken, just a genuinely nice person. And then maybe because he hasn't had to really go through life, and like life hasn't like hit him yet, but he's just so sweet and just so nice. And I love on him all the time. But he inspires me. He's a good kid, and he's smart, and he teaches me stuff. Like, believe it or not, that's why I say young people can teach you stuff. Like, he teaches me stuff every time we talk.
Cool. Do you consider yourself a role model?
No. No, I don't.
Care to say why?
Because I'm a person and I make a lot of mistakes. I do a lot of stuff wrong. And I'm human. I don't think people look up to me.
Would you consider yourself a leader?
Yeah, I think so. One, I like to be in charge. I like to be the boss. So that's me. But I think I'm a leader in the way that I do things. I don't let challenges stop me. I mean, I'll talk about it and be like, man, it's some BS. But I do what I have to do to get things done. And I think that's a leader mentality.
What is one of the biggest obstacles you have to face so far?
Oh man, so many in life. my childhood was like bad. Not bad, but you know, I had a lot of things happen from the time I was like 11 to 14. I didn't talk to my mom. I lived with my dad, but me and his wife didn't get along. And that was really, really hard for me. Because that's like that foundational time where you really try to figure out who you are. And that's why I said I wish I would have asked my dad a lot more questions, but instead I was just mad at the world because of everything else that was going on around me. But from that situation, I learned forgiveness, and I learned that people are human, even our parents, and they do the best they can. And so even though that was an obstacle, that still helps me today in everything that I do, to try to understand that people are human. So,
what are you involved in? Not only on campus, but
on campus, I am the president of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I work in the diversity office. I was a Tarleton transition mentor for 2.5 years. That last half a year, I was on leadership team. I've been involved in SWAT, Tarleton Mentors. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. And I go to conferences, like I do research and stuff. So yeah, like outside of school, I don't do nothing. I'm boring. I'm basic. I be at home.
So what do you do? What do you do for fun?
I cook a lot of things, but which is good because there's always people at my house eating something. So I'm always cooking or baking something or making something. Like you see stuff on the internet, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna make that. That's what I do for fun, and be at the house. Like I'm a homebody. I like to be at home. Probably because I don't have to do my hair at home, so I just be at the house and eat.
If you could name your favorite book or song, what would it be?
My favorite book is the Bible, and I know that sounds cliche, but I do read, but for me the Bible is like the best book ever. Because when I read it, I feel closest to the person that loves me the most. I feel closest to God. I feel energy. I feel like divine, like amazing. Like I feel like this is what God wants me to feel like. And so I feel like if I'm going to make time to read, I should make time to read the Bible.
And what is one thing that just gets under your skin, gets on your nerves?
When people don't do what they say they're going to do. I'm a person of my word, and so no matter what, if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And if I can't, I will let you know, like, look, I've done everything I can, so I can't. But when people are like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it, and then they don't do it, it's like, huh. And I don't trust people. That's my own thing. And so, like, when you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, it makes me look at you completely different in all aspects. I apply that to everything. So it's like, you a liar. And you probably shouldn't do that, but I mean, yeah.
What makes you happy?
Food. I love food. I don't know, some days I just wake up and I'm like super happy, and then some days I wake up and I'm like, man, I don't know. I guess love, like having people in your life that genuinely love you and care about you, and you know that they don't want anything from you. Those are the type of friends that I have. And so when I'm with my friends, I'm happy. When I talk to my friends, I'm happy. My family, as dysfunctional as they are, they make me happy sometimes. And then, I don't know. Life, I guess, like every day is a gift.
And you mentioned you were president of the Zetas.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have the Sigmas finally on campus after?
They are so dysfunctional. No, I'm kidding. It's good. I live with Sean, so we get a lot of interaction. Like our house is kind of the place to kind of congregate for the group, and I think it's good. It's family. They came on campus and really kind of blended into the family that we already had, and so it felt like they've been Sigmas forever. So it wasn't really like an adjustment, but it's good. I'm glad that they're on campus and that other men can get a chance to be a part of something here on campus, because they may not feel like they fit into the other fraternities.
And if you could describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
I don't know. My name. Like I don't know. Like I'm all over the place all the time. So I think my name is Like when I think of myself, I think of my name. But maybe that's everybody. I don't know.
And that's a wrap for the first episode. I would like to thank my guest Ivana Marsh for a great interview. Make sure you follow her on her social media. Follow me on my social media as well. And thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Chillin with Trai. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time.